Cabinet Minister of Social Welfare, Tourism, Textile, etc., who in spite of his busy schedule had consented to grace this occasion as the chief guest. Sir, your presence not only enlighten this function, but also spread the message that other communities, distinguished guests and invitees, college students and school students, member of the press, both print and electronic, and all of you present here today. Today, the 1st December 2023, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, along with the rest of the world, commemorate this day as the World AIDS Day. The theme of the day is, let communities lead. The word communities here refers to those people who are infected by this disease. That is, those people who are living with HIV or the PLHIV communities. Also those who are at risk of acquiring this disease, namely the female sex worker, the MSM or the men having sex with men, those who injecting drug, the transgender, also the bridge population, that is the truckers and the migrants. As we commemorate World AIDS Day, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society focus on community leadership by recognizing the capacity to navigate the intricacies of cultural, social, and economic contexts. In doing so, our main objectives are, number one, to promote communities-led initiatives. Number two, to advocate for an enabling environment, protecting their rights and fostering inclusivity to curb stigma and discrimination. Number three, to promote testing through our campaign, Know Your Status, thereby encouraging early detection, prompt treatment, and adherence to treatment. The scenario of HIV infection in the state of Meghalaya is very alarming. The adult prevalence rate of HIV in the state stands at 0.39%, which is higher than the national average, which stands at 0.21%. While many of the states and union territories of the country are on decreasing trend of new HIV infection, Meghalaya is on increasing trend. And if we take the baseline of 2010, we are now 221% increase in new HIV cases. To curb up with this increasing rise of the infection, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society is committed to increase our awareness and sensitization campaign across the state, right from the village level up to schools and colleges, and also at workplace. We promote counseling and testing through our integrated counseling and testing centers. We have 222 facility ICTC where we do screening for HIV/AIDS and 35 confirmatory sites. We have 3 mobile ICTC vans and 3 bikes which covers the hard-to-reach areas. There are 4 treatment centers known as the ART Center, and this year we have expanded our treatment center by setting up 20 linked ART centers. We reach out to the high-risk group through our targeted intervention by utilizing the work of NGOs. We have 11 NGOs working with us. We reach out to the IDU population through our OST centers or the opium substitution therapy centers. In spite of all that has been done, the problem of HIV/AIDS is still very challenging. According to the latest National Family Health Survey 2021, the level of awareness of the people of the state about HIV/AIDS is very low. Only 17% among male and 16% among female have a comprehensive knowledge about this disease. And the level of awareness and the level of discrimination of the people of our state towards PLHIV and other communities is very, very high. Therefore, today, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, along with National AIDS Control Organization and UNAIDS, calls for action. Let communities lead. Let communities lead. It will not be just a phrase, but it will be a rallying cry for acceptance, inclusivity, understanding, and empowerment. It signifies a paradigm shift from just accepting them to empowering them. Let community lead in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Thank you, and once again, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you present here.
Thank you so much, Madam, for that speech. And of course, our program today reflects a commitment to education, awareness, and advocacy. Through engaging discussions, informative presentations, and shared experiences, we aim to deepen our understanding of the challenges ahead and renew our dedication to creating a world free from the stigma and discrimination associated with HIV and AIDS. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, now I'd like to call upon Mr. Kalinas Marbanyang, a member from the PLHIV community, to deliver his testimony.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen who are present here. Today, as we gather on a World AIDS Day, let us remember those who have battled with courage, resilience, and hope in the face of HIV and AIDS. It is a day to reflect on our progress, honor those we have lost, and recommit to the fight against the global health challenge. Despite strides in treatment and awareness, there is much work ahead. Let us use this occasion to amplify our commitment to education, prevention, and support for those affected. Together we can break down stigma, promote inclusivity, and work toward a world where everyone has access to care and compassion they deserve. I would like to share a little bit about my story. My journey with HIV has been a roller coaster of emotion and experiences. I was diagnosed a few years ago and the news hits me like a tons of brick. I went through a phase of fear, anger, and self-blame. But slowly, with the help of my family, friends, I learned to accept my condition. Starting my ART was a turning point of my life. I was relieved to see my health improve and my viral load decrease and the CD4 increase. Over time, I realized that HIV doesn't define me. It was just a part of who I am. Disclosure was a significant challenge. I lost some friends and faced discrimination from people I thought would be understanding. But I also found a community supportive individual who were living with HIV, that is the MSNB+. These connections were a source of my strength. I have been an advocate of HIV, awareness, and education. I share my story to break down stigma, misconception surrounding the virus. It's been empowering to know that I can make a difference and help others who might be facing the similar challenges. Living with HIV is not always easy, but it taught me resilience, self-acceptance, and importance of living in the present. I have come to realize that doesn't stop with HIV diagnosis, and there's so much I can still achieve and enjoy in a life ahead. My story is a testament to the fact that there's a hope and fulfilling life beyond HIV. Today, I want to reflect on a powerful truth. Appearance can be deceived. When it comes to individuals living with HIV, it's essential to recognize that their worth, resilience, and humanity remain untouched by the virus. The battle against HIV is not battle against the persons who are living with HIV, but it is a battle against a medical condition. HIV may alter the external narrative, but it cannot diminish the intrinsic value of an individual. We must break free from the misconception that someone's health status defines their character of their capacity to contribute to the society. People living with HIV are not defined by the diagnosis, I have said before. They are defined by the strength, courage, and the richness of their internal self. Let us challenge ourselves and others to see beyond the surface by fostering understanding and empathy. We dismantle the barrier, the stigma erect. It's our shared responsibility to create a world where everyone, regardless their health, to embrace for who they are within. People living with HIV are not defined by their diagnosis. They are our friends, family, colleagues, and neighbors. It's our responsibility to dispel myths, educate ourselves, and extend a hand of support. By doing so, we actively contribute to a world where journey replace. By understanding and compassion triumph over fear. Let us commit ourselves to create safe space where individuals living with HIV can be thrive without a weight of judgment. Break the stigma, embrace empathy, and let our collective actions speak louder than any misconception. Thank you for being champion of care and understanding. Together we can make a lasting difference in the life of those affected by HIV. Before I end my speech, I would like to cite a poem that a few months ago I wrote. This poetry It's all about the life, my story. Thorns of life. In the gardens of existence, they bloom a thorn, remind of life's struggle since the day we were born. It prick a pain that cut deep and leaves scars. Yet it is the very thorn that make us who we are. Through the trials and tribulations, we learn and grow. The thorns of life, though sharp, help us to know the beauty and strength can emerge from the pain. And in the end of our resilience, is what remain. So embrace the thorns life has. Its present we find lesson and grace. And in the contrast of thorns, roses that make life a beautiful place. In life full of thorns, you stand strong and tall, facing challenges others can't comprehend at all. HIV may be a burdens you bear each day, but doesn't define you in any way. Through the darkness you find your inner light, fighting battle and stigma with all your might. Like a roses in a desert, you bloom and survive, teaching the world where it truly means to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cardenas Barbarian, for your testimony and, of course, for that wonderful poem. As we commemorate this day, let us also celebrate the resilience and strengths of individuals, especially like Mr. Cardenas here, and communities affected by HIV/AIDS. Because each story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to triumph over adversity and serves as a reminder that compassion, understanding, and support are powerful tools in our fight against the pandemic. So, ladies and gentlemen, so especially amongst the younger generation here, are you up for some music? Sure? Okay, without further ado, I'd like to call upon on stage Majid and Clifford for the performance. And this is an important announcement. We are glad to inform you that the stall of the office of the Meghalaya State Legal Services Authority is also available here, and lawyers are also available in the stall for giving free legal services, free legal aid or free legal advice and counseling. And you may also apply for free legal aid on the spot on various civil or criminal matters, matrimonial rights of PLHIVs, rights of children, women's rights, rights of prisoners, and various other legal related issues, which is free of course to all under certain eligibility criteria. Hence, you may kindly grasp this great opportunity right away by visiting the stall for legal help and more information. Thank you. In the meantime, kinong job jong ka power star, kibona mokrwat so bhabakin one backstage. Kinong job jong ka power star, na po mokrwat so bhabakin one backstage.
Hello.
Check. Life. Check.
Hello. Check.
Check.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Mijit Kerpang M. Thank you.
My name is Fort Lalu.
And like we are hip hop reggae, like just a duo. So this first song is an original and it's called Life is a Road. It's not yet released on any platform, but you guys could hear this.
Check.
And it goes like this.
Check.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Check.
Hello, check.
Life is a road that nobody knows, but life is a road that we surely have to go. Life is a road that nobody knows, but life is a road that we surely have to go.
Life, my people, nobody could ever know, cause some try to prove life, but you never learn until you grow. Ever heard a saying, what you reap is what you sow? So I don't believe everything they tell you until you surely know. I give thanks and praises to Jah, say so. I live my life for today, I won't worry about tomorrow. The past might be hard, but I put my frustration in and out the way. We'll always have a brand new start. Retreat yourself, gotta take care of your own health. What's the point of all this rap if we can't even give a hand to help? So don't you act a fool, don't get captured, don't you be easily schooled. For when the judgment comes, you say that life is so cruel, so always stay humble. Your body is your temple, respect the environment, not just the people with them high rank position, but all of them are evil.
Life is a road,
this life is a road
that nobody knows, but life is a road,
life is a road
that we surely have to go. Life is a road,
yeah.
that nobody knows, but life is a road that we surely have to go.
No rest, just clean up the mess. There's no need to be the best of the best. Don't get stuck with them a little test that them Babylonians try to insert into our head. Cause them are like a puppet, like a mental attract. Don't magnet, don't be a slave. I keep on saying to myself, be real, be smart, know how to interact, stay focused. Watch out for those who stab people in the back. Yes, they surely know how to crack a leg. Hit you just like a heart attack. But me, I say, watch out for your back. You might just get left off the lion's back. To empower the powerless, make them stand strong. Never bow to any dirty icon, but the nation's so high. Even birds can fly that high. Give strength to the weak, so I fade firm like Shillong beat. So we need not to shout, but that just to clear our doubts. Always keep an open mind, my flow divine in each and every single line.
Life is a road that nobody knows, but life is a road,
yeah,
that we surely have to go.
that we surely have to
Life is a road,
yeah.
that nobody knows, but life is a road that we surely have to go.
My soul is growing and growing, feelings are getting heavy, beating, thoughts are screaming for freedom. My conscious them to live in peace. But first of all, bad things are always meant for all. Sometimes we go a little crazy when things don't go to plans, but we're living in this concrete jungle where the system provides us rules like we're still in school. But man, we ain't no fools, so we're guided by the righteous heads. So we'll never be stuck up making a bad regrets. And I have truly vowed to make the world a better place by sending a letter to each and every corner of a little empire that I will liberate the poor and set the soul on fire and never be blinded forever and ever. So I'll just be a blessing for the rest. Know what this road is gonna lead me to happiness, and well, I'm never gonna quit on rhyming, cause that's the reason that I'm still smiling. I know what about my roots and culture.
And this I've been going on and on. That mystic feeling keep following me around. My thoughts are dreaded somehow, but I keep on writing my vows, wondering how I could change the world for little boys and girls. Wondering how I could change the world for little boys and girls. Wondering how.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And this next song is called Oneness. And this song you can like hear it on YouTube. It has been released. So if you guys want to check it out, my channel is Mijit Kerpang. And it goes like this. With everything going around, all we need is love, peace, and unity.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. I said stop the cursing. Better make way for compromising. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. I said stop the cursing. Better make way for purifying. I've got to bring back the real music back in the scene. No dizzy, no judging, and stop respecting everybody for all they can see. People blinded by the so-called enemies. They forget the federal equal rights of humanity. Always curious about who's battling me. Start making many different rhymes that might hurt the feelings of somebody. And I know some of them might not agree with me, cause when I look into their eyes, all I see is disguise. I feel the pain it's heavy. I said, my brother, just take a breath and then just a job. And in your head, it might just be the last thing that you will never ever get. Cause life will keep you going even if it is dead. But one thing, don't you ever let the system in your head. This is full of bad regrets, always offering mess. But don't you be confused with the evil views. Know that life is a struggle, but learn to take the footsteps and struggle. See, bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. So stop the curse. Stop the curse. Away from compromising. Seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. Stop the cursing. This goes out to the people living in the ghetto. I know life is hard, but we've got to come one another like brothers and sisters and try to help them up in any kind of suffer. For life is all about building up each other for the purpose and the glory of your mighty Father. In reading deeply why the youth are trapped in the system where drug violence and alcohol is present. It's relevant for many people, but don't you think that they'll just end up sad, being evil? When those things are just the start of the struggle, so I'm gonna make life simple, yo. Hey, I wake up praising, praying to the Most High, asking Him to come and guide me by and liberate my faith, which lead me to this gate where righteousness is made. So I'm gonna walk straight, don't care if people wanna hate, cause I just don't wanna be late for my herb and meditate. Then I'm gonna take a break, let's see and regenerate. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. I said stop the cursing. Better away from compromising. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. Stop the cursing. Stop the cursing. Away from purifying. My people, we must see that all they want us to do is hate each other. Spreading of propaganda's gonna make everyone lose their temper. Fighting for oil, land, and power is what every wicked man is after. I think we know. I'm making the bad decisions, it's already in their conscience. Many have lost their souls of the money and gold, and now they're starting over again to make this world a war zone. And we're the ones who have to suffer for that one man wanted power, making us victims of racism, deceiving people by making them completely evil. A people fighting over people, killing to them is very simple. You take a life, you get the price you want. Some more, you better kill some more. And be aware to paying for the price of your soul. But don't you be dumb, be bold, and rise up some more, cause that's how we gotta go. Oh. In this ghetto, life you have to live one goal. One that's I can take control. Just is the preserve my soul. In this ghetto, life you have to live one goal. One that's I can take control. Just the difference of my soul. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. Stop the cursing. Better make way for compromising. I'm seeing bad people making bad decisions every day. Good people making wrong decisions anyway. Stop the cursing. Better make way for compromising. Thank you.
So do you guys want to see them perform again later? Okay, those are two songs, that's the intro for them. And let me add here that Meghalaya AIDS Control Society is known to provide platforms for young talent like Majid and Clifford here. Please put your hands together one more time for Majid and Clifford. And moving on to the program, now I'd like to call upon our guest of honor, Shri Frederick R. Kharkongwar, IAS Commissioner of Division, Government of Meghalaya, and Ombudsman for grievance redressal under the HIV/AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017, to kindly give away the awards to the service centers and to be followed by a speech. Also, today marks a significant milestone in the journey of excellence and dedication in the field of healthcare providers, especially among the service providers. As we celebrate your remarkable achievements, let us take a moment to reflect on the profound impact you have made in the lives of those you serve. So, without further ado, I'd like to call upon a representative from Dr. S.G. Roberts Hospital, Shillong, the Integrated Counseling and Testing Center, to kindly come and collect your award. And as we honor you today, let this recognition be a testament to the countless lives you have touched and the positive change you have brought to the world. Your tireless efforts, selfless service, and relentless pursuit of excellence exemplify the true spirit of healthcare professionals. Please put your hands together for representative from Dr. S.G. Roberts Hospital, Shillong, the Integrated Counseling and Testing Center. Next, can we have a representative from William Nagar Civil Hospital, William Nagar, the Integrated Counseling and Testing Center from William Nagar Civil Hospital. And may this celebration not only acknowledge your past accomplishments, but also serve as a catalyst for the future. And can we have the team from the Mobile ICTC Shillong on stage, please? Yasmin, Banisa, Babin, Lam. Ladies and gentlemen, please kindly put your hands together for the mobile team unit. They have relentlessly worked for the integrated care campaign, touring to far-off places, bad road, bad condition, bad weather conditions, and what they have faced, they only know. So please put your hands together for them. We'd also like to call upon a representative from the Mobile ICTC July for the same reason. Now I'd like to call upon a representative from the designated STI-RTI clinic from Joai Civil Hospital. In the realm of healthcare, where compassion meets expertise, you have demonstrated unwavering commitment to the well-being of others. These are our dedicated healthcare providers. These are our counselors, our mobile counselors, our STI counselors. And next up, can we have a representative from Nongpo Civil Hospital, please, from the designated STI-RTI clinic, Nongpo Civil Hospital. And now we move on to our targeted intervention projects. Can I have a representative from the TI-IDU, Mimantru Community Social Welfare Association, Joai, to kindly collect your award? Here we have our RS and team. All the way from Joy. Please put your hands together for RS and team for Makswa. And can we have a representative from the Voluntary Health Association of Meghalaya, IDU, come OST Center, Shillong, please? Kindly come and collect your award. And next, can we have a representative from the ART Center, Joai Civil Hospital, please? A representative from ART Center, Joai Civil Hospital. Well, your dedication is not just commendable, it is a source of inspiration for all of us who strive to make a difference in the lives of others. And last but not the least, can we have a representative from SRL Negrims, please? Congratulations to all our service centers, and please put your hands together one more time for all of them. Please, a big round of applause, please. Sir, if you may, your speech.
A very good afternoon to all of you. At the very outset, I would like to acknowledge the gracious presence of our chief guest, Honorable Minister Shri Paul Lyngdoh, the Cabinet Minister for Social Welfare, Arts and Culture, Textiles, Tourism, and other departments. And Paul Lyngdoh has always been a very robust champion of the youth, and at the same time, in his current, in fact, responsibility as a cabinet minister in charge of social welfare, he is leading the charge in the war against drugs, which is one of the main causes of HIV. So I would like to acknowledge the gracious presence of our chief guest, Paul Lyngdoh. I also acknowledge the presence of the senior medical community, all the DHS, all the doctors, Dr. De Cruz, the project director of the Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, all these stakeholders who have come from across the 12 districts, as we join hands this morning with the world in celebrating World AIDS Day. December 1st is a date which is a very significant date throughout the world, and we here in Meghalaya, it is a date no less significant. As we just heard from the opening remarks of Dr. De Cruz, it is a slight matter of concern that in Meghalaya, the percentage of AIDS is in fact higher than the national average. So this gathering today gains added significance because it demonstrates a concern and a kind of a wake-up call for all of us who are stakeholders together to reflect on how we are to coalesce all our forces so that we are able to meet this emerging challenge. I'm reminded of the words of a famous poet, Matthew Arnold, who said, "Do not go gently into the night, but rage, rage, rage against the dying of the light." We just heard the very powerful testimony of the young friend just now on his battle, on his war, and on how he has been able to cope and is now standing on a public platform to give hope to all the people who may be suffering from HIV. What struck me in that testimony is that the most important aspect is, in fact, compassion. All of you, in fact, the bulk of the gathering here are from the medical fraternity. And we know that the various branches of medicine, you have allopathy, you have homeopathy, you have naturopathy. But as one very senior doctor told me many years ago, the most important branch of medicine is in fact empathy. And I think when you combine passion and compassion, when you combine your scientific and medical branches of allopathy and homeopathy with empathy, there is a very powerful combination that can overcome anything. And more so something like AIDS and HIV, which is something that is so linked with stigma. It is important that this year, your theme is let communities lead. Because if the community can demonstrate compassion, if it can demonstrate a sense of shared goals and shared vision and shared action and shared empathy, then no enemy, no disease can be strong enough. Like that famous song goes, "We shall overcome." So I think that is one thing which is a kind of a rallying cry, because that promotes inclusivity, understanding, as well as empowerment. And as your objective for this year clearly states that we are all gathered here to ensure that we promote community-led initiatives and provide platforms such as these to integrate diverse perspectives, and also through the channel of music, through the medium of music, which we just heard the two young boys singing just now, and also the program that will follow thereafter. You'll be using music as a very powerful medium to generate awareness and also to reduce stigma. Apart from that, why I'm here in my capacity as Commissioner Division is that the office of the Commissioner of Divisions is the Ombudsman, or a kind of a grievance redressal officer who will provide a platform and will give ear to various grievances that are linked. So in that, it is extremely essential that we have this enabling regulatory environment where we are able to stand up and protect the human rights of the HIV infected. And at the same time, this will generate a momentum for fostering inclusivity and curb stigma as well as discrimination. So with these few words, I once again would like to congratulate the Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, the entire health department, and all the stakeholders for combining here together to ensure that we all stand up as one, shoulder to shoulder, in this battle that is not theirs, that is not someone else, but is our battle, is our very own battle. And even the solutions also should come from us as stakeholders. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that speech. And of course, like to remind again, sir is also the ombudsman for under the HIV/AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017. And of course, the World can end AIDS with communities leading the way. That is why the theme for World AIDS Day this year is Let Communities Lead, and much more than a celebration of the achievements of communities. It is a call to action to enable and support communities in their leadership roles. So ladies and gentlemen, now we still have more speeches planned for all of you from the chief guest as well. But before that, we have a very special performance. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winners of the Power Star, Red Ribbon Power Star 2023, all the way from Maukarwat. We have for you the group Maupaj from Maukarwat.
A very good afternoon to all of you who are here for today's program. Kita hari ini juga grup Maupat, ban ai ka Khubor kepada dapat nika jingma juga nika jingpang HIV. Kuat ban ai ka Khubor. Kepada kalau ke Khubor nak benta jong baru akinong Shillong. Ibaran kaleng jong ki jaga. Tiga kerteng jong nika Khubor ke Bangidon ban ai report lo ke jingma HIV ke Bama.
Ôi kêu Ôi kêu Has ngầu has ngap cô lo Ngan khana happy menta Shapang kaja jingpang Ka bay shir kai ka ba ma Om day jingpang tizar Ne om day jingpang TV Jingpang ka ba kama Day ka jing Pang HIV Cùng nô kinh ba pin tim Ba pi don UHIV Une day gu virus U ban rung hamet jong pi Om day bắt ngâu lệ ranh Ba ki breu kinh tip ya pi Lệ cha dispensary Lệ test ha ICTC Can tay habor armen What can sting they vampates Yo don UHIV Chu chân jar a Ki kun ki ti Hoi kêu Hoi kêu HIV ka ba ma Ya jing im trong pi trong nga Chi sin ba pi la ngan Om la ban pan kot ya ka Don kam la do bas dang Ya jing im bangin husian Haka trong ka trong mang Om day ban Ya le pa than Hoi kêu Hoi kêu Cùng nô kinh HIV U sa priang hamet jongi Neng kong de nakas nang Kum juga pujong kakmi Nang ta ternya injek Ba pendon kamlang yaki Kam tam jing ya dialog Klem pendon Kam ya ujri Samla kis ngau muja Ban ya share lang para lo Da uju ternya Pendon kam ban injek drog Kamet kapat jongki Kanang tron suki-suki Namar ternya injek Pensapiang UHIV Waju sislam rumah Nagi nong weki nong ar Depan dapat eswa UHIV La don lupa Hoi kêu Hoi kêu HIV ka ba ma Ya jing im trong pi trong nga Chi sin ba pi la ngan Om la ban pan kot ya ka Don kam na do bastang Ya jing im bangin husiar Haka shong ka shong man Om day ban Ya le pa than Hoi kêu Hoi kêu HIV day virus U ba shir kay u ba ma Ki ong u kam ken rey Ha ki rang ki te auria Ka ba e bat ban tip Manu ki ba don lupa Lada ngim ya husiat Ngin syungat Hey ka maka Haba pia kendu Bat ki briu ki ba nabar Wat nom ken rup rumah Wat chong shit wat lek lumar Namar pim pip ki don Ne MU yang HIV Kalat ya pi ka don Pendon kam Da u kondom Kondom de lash na klang Ban ya da UHIV Lada piskeo don lat Kamak siapi Kan shu I free Hoi kêu Hoi kêu HIV ka ba ma Ya jing im trong pi trong nga Chi sin ba pi la ngat Om la ban pen kot ya ka Don kam na do bas dang Ya jing im bangin husiar Haka shong ka shong man Om day ban Ya le pa than Hoi kêu Hoi kêu Chi sin ba pi la yo Yuk yang jing pang HIV La di pis ngau le rang baki we rukin skojli jing shngai rupi la du kumbanga tapot sepski wat la lang salang kam nyo beng de ya pi red ribbon de kada jing ya teli leng ba jing ya pawa la pen long menta kasmi nong shong yo ki pat ba lem bat ki driver taxi ken ma wat nom i ben ya ki nom bang HIV ale ko ba ko kong HIV ngin ra ting kong Daka jia teli bachai la wei li kun jong ngi hoi kiu hoi kiu.
Kublai Shibonia Kikunon, Maupai Kibana, Maukurot Kibala Job Yaka, Red Ribbon Power Star Arzara Pulai. This is one of the many acts conducted by Meghalaya AIDS Control Society in its fight, and of course to create more awareness about HIV and AIDS. Might I add also, like today is also an important day, not just because it's World AIDS Day, but we'll also be conducting the Red Ribbon Superstar Meghalaya Icon 2023 from 2 p.m. onwards. So if you're still interested in staying back for the program, kindly do please support Meghalaya AIDS Control Society. And now, without further ado, I'd like to call upon our respected chief guest for the observation, Shri Paul Lingdo, Minister of Social Welfare, Tourism Department, and Arts and Culture Department, to kindly come up on stage, please, to give away the awards for the best Red Ribbon Clubs and the short film competition. Might I also add, the short film competition is one of the many activities conducted by Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, so that the youth of today can actually showcase their talent through these short film competitions. And when we talk about Red Ribbon Clubs, well, Red Ribbon Clubs have been instrumental in empowering communities with knowledge, breaking down stigmas, and creating spaces for open dialogue about HIV/AIDS. And so without further ado, can I have a representative from Shillong Commerce College, Shillong, to kindly come and collect the award. Please put your hands together for Shillong Commerce College, please. They have been with Meghalaya Control Society for the last 2-3 years. In collaboration with them, they've supported us for the Red Ribbon Quiz competition. Next up, can we have a representative from Jaintia Eastern College, please? Through innovative and impactful educational programs, these Red Ribbon Clubs have played a crucial role in spreading awareness about HIV/AIDS, prevention strategies, and destigmatizing the realities associated with the virus. We have the principal from Jaintia Eastern College here with us. So please put your hands together for the principal, please, and the college and team. Next up, can we have a representative from Union Christian College, Ri Khasi District? We have the principal from Union Christian College. Please put your hands together for them, please. Next up, can we have a representative from Don Bosco College, Tura? And last but not the least, can we have a representative from Snaps Aim College, Maukurwan? Recognizing the importance of engaging the youth, Red Ribbon Clubs have successfully involved young minds in the fight against HIV/AIDS, fostering a generation committed to creating a stigma-free and compassionate society. And now we come to the most interesting part of the event as well, for the short film competition. Without further ado, can we have on first prize, it's Community Bites by Shubham Thapa and Sanjay Paul. Can we have Shubham Thapa and Sanjay Paul on stage, please? Congratulations on winning the first prize for the short film competition. And on second prize, we have GK Film by Bibhav Gewali. The short film competitions are one of many activities conducted by Meghalaya AIDS Control Society to spread more awareness on HIV and AIDS. Bibhav Gewali. So on third prize, can we have Dauru Lalu for his short film Kayit Kwapya? Dauru Lalu, third prize, Kayit Kwapya. So besides the short film competition, we'd also like to request our chief guest for the observation. He'll be launching, we request him to actually launch the Adolescents Unfiltered podcast, which is run by the Meghalaya Health System Strengthening Project under the Health Department. So for that, I'd like to just call upon a short speech about it from Mrs. Ivanila Marbunya.
Respected dignitaries or chief guest, Shri Paul Lingdo, Honorable Cabinet Minister to the Government of Meghalaya, or guest of honor, Shri Frederick R. Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner of Division, Government of Meghalaya, the three directors of DHS MI, DHS MCH and FW, DHS Research, or Project Director of Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, as well as to the entire staff of MAX, my esteemed colleagues from NHM and Meghalaya Health System Strengthening Project, the Roots and everyone present here. Good afternoon to you all. I'm truly honored to stand before you today to share with you an initiative that is close to our hearts, a project aimed at bringing about positive change in the lives of our youth in our state. Our ongoing effort is to address key health issues through social behavioral change. We have identified teenage pregnancy as a significant concern. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce to you Adolescents Unfiltered, True Talks and Filtered Stories. Our objective is clear. We aim to reach adolescents, providing them with accurate information and fostering awareness to empower them in making informed decisions. This podcast is a pivotal component of our strategy, offering a platform for adolescents to share their experiences, learn from one another, discover available services, and seek advice from experts. Adolescents Unfiltered is a multi-platform podcast designed exclusively for adolescents. We understand the importance of authenticity and relatability, and that is why our content features adolescents themselves sharing their experiences. The podcast will be available on popular platforms such as Spotify, Savan, Google Podcast, and also on YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Through candid discussions covering critical topics like mental health, puberty, peer pressure, relationships, our goal is to break through the stigma surrounding these matters. Without further ado, requesting Joy to kindly invite the Honorable Chief Guest to do the honor of launching the podcast's official promo today.
Sir, your speech.
Good afternoon, friends. Our Commissioner of Division, Frederick R. Kharkongor, a close friend, who is also our Commissioner and Secretary in the Department of Arts and Culture. The Director, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, Dr. De Cruz, Dr. Lindem, Dr. Lingdor, and a host of other distinguished members of the medical fraternity of the state, NGOs involved in today's celebration, our young friends drawn from various parts of the state, members of the media fraternity, leaders of the community from the fields of education, health services, and other sectors, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, our young friends here who constitute the bulk of this audience, I'd like to remind each one of you of the famous words of a well-known poet who said, "Oh, talk not to me of a name great in story. The days of our youth are the days of our glory." Lord Alfred Tennyson. I'd like to start by pleading and sensitizing our young persons that you have the choice to be either an asset or a liability to society. I would like to implore that with the population, the youth population that Meghalaya has, which is roughly 65%, we would need each one of you, beginning today, to start seeing yourself as an asset to the state, as somebody who can contribute meaningfully to building up a state which will be young not just in age, but in its outlook and its approach to life. I must commend the efforts of Meghalaya AIDS Control Society under the able leadership of the Health Department for the various initiatives that you have taken. And today, as you speak of communities leading, let me remind each one of you that a major strength of Meghalaya is the fact that its indigenous population have always been community driven. We have always, until today, except a few pockets here in Shillong, we still observe practices where we even share our meals together as neighbors. This is an inherent strength which we must build upon in a war against drugs and in a war against narcotics, and also the impact that this has had on the rise of HIV/AIDS in Meghalaya. It is very distressing to hear the statistics and to know that the prevalence of HIV/AIDS is well above the national average. But on a day like today, let us pledge to be difference makers. Let us pledge to remind ourselves that where a small mind sees problems, a strong mind sees opportunities. we can and we shall overcome. I will not bore the audience with a long speech. Sitting back at the back felt like June, and here on stage it feels like January. So it's difficult to speak to an audience which is facing the heat of July. You know, we have World AIDS Day. The world has really become global. Even our heat has become global. Our temperatures have also become global. But very briefly, I'm reminded, and taking a cue from what Frederick Karkongo has said earlier on, I'm reminded of Mother Teresa when she said that the greatest disease, the most life-threatening disease in the world is not TB or cholera. It is the disease of being ignored. The various sufferers of HIV/AIDS and their families, I'm sure, have faced the stigma of being neglected, abused, humiliated. But today, a gathering like this gathering should serve to remind that we are not here to be judgmental. We are not here to sit on judgment. We are here to relate, to empathize, and to share our compassion with those struggling with HIV/AIDS. I was not aware of this disease even in my young days until I heard about Freddie Mercury suffering from it, because he was a rock icon and his music has always been very close to my heart. The kind of talent that we lost in a musical icon like Mercury should remind each one of us about the need to not only take a pledge in the fight against HIV/AIDS, but also to be very combative day in and day out against the menace of drugs and narcotics, which has spread its tentacles to various parts of our state. In the Department of Social Welfare, we have taken the lead to ensure that we cut down as much as possible the prevalence of narcotics and illicit drugs. And I would urge upon each one of you to join efforts in this fight. One of the states that has been most prosperous, has produced the best of athletes, the best of soldiers, and has contributed immensely to the national economy is Punjab. But today, almost every family has lost or has at least a member who's suffering from drug addiction. Therefore, the strength of a society is sought to be tested by diseases and practices like drug menace and HIV/AIDS. And it is our duty to be combative and to support efforts in order to ensure that we sound the death knell of this major problem. Friends, before resuming my seat, it's important for us to recall that we all can make a difference. We all need not sit in judgment, but we can contribute using the resources the knowledge that we have been imparted with to take on HIV/AIDS and drugs. I'm recalled of two friends walking by the beach, and with the water level receding, the starfish in that sea were exposed to the heat and the dryness around. So one of the friends picked up a few of these starfish and threw them back into the water. And the other friend, who was very cynical, said, "How much can you pick up? How much can you throw back into the water? Leave them alone." The other friend responded by picking a handful more and said, "I can make a difference to these many that I have picked up. These at least will survive." Let that be our attitude, let that be our approach, and I assure you that we in the government have taken proactive steps. We will continue to do so, but leadership also requires to be spread across society. We lead from the front, but we need all of you to be part of this struggle and ensure that Meghalaya becomes drug-free, HIV/AIDS-free, and that we continue to build not just a generation, but generations that will contribute immensely towards nation building. Thank you. Khubor Mithela Jai Hind.
If I can request everyone to kindly please stand up. Sir will be leading us with the pledge, which will be followed by the candlelight vigil.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajoy. I will request each one of you to kindly follow after me and take this pledge. I believe you're not audible. Kindly go right from the start. I know that the sun is really scorching, but there's a rock icon after this. So I believe that HIV/AIDS is preventable. As a concerned citizen, I pledge today that I will abstain from risky behavior that puts my life and others at risk. I pledge to follow and promote a healthy lifestyle and to educate others about the preventive measures of HIV infection, accessibility of free treatment, and to curb the spread of the virus. I pledge to stop HIV stigma and discrimination by learning more about HIV and sharing the knowledge with others. Thank you. Kindly resume your seats. At this point of time, it is my privilege to announce the launch of the podcast, Adolescents Unfiltered. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And of course, sir, if you can lead us with the candlelight vigil as well. So for this, I'd like to request all the dignitaries and other guests to kindly come forward for the candlelight vigil. The candlelight vigil is It's a symbol to remember those who have lost their lives to AIDS, and of course, the solidarity for people living with HIV. I kindly request everyone from the dais or from the doctors, DSS level, other doctors present there to kindly come forward, please, for the candlelight vigil. Mena, Kin. Thank you so much, everyone. And now we are approaching the end of the program. So for this, I'd like to call upon Mr. Rabbor Langrani, the Assistant Director, IEC Meghalaya AIDS Control Site, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this momentous occasion of World AIDS Day, it filled me with great pleasure and gratitude to stand before you to deliver the vote of thanks. We have gathered here today to reflect upon the challenges faced by those affected by HIV/AIDS and the remarkable progress made in combating this global epidemic marked by the powerful theme of "Let Community Lead." First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Almighty for granting us the strength and unity to come together for such a significant cause. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our esteemed Chief Guest, Shri Paul Lingdo, Cabinet Minister. Your support inspires us to strive for a better tomorrow. I would like to thank our esteemed guest of honor, Shri F.R. Karkangor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary of Division. I express my sincere gratitude for gracing this occasion with your presence. My heartfelt thanks also goes to the Director of Health Services, MI, and Director of Health Services Research. We are honored to have you among us today. I also extend my gratitude to all the doctors and representatives from all the departments. Your presence today not only symbolizes your unwavering commitment to the cause, but your dedication in prevention and treatment that have had a lasting impact as a whole. A profound thank goes out to the Project Director of Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, whose exceptional leadership vision, and dedication guided us in every step of organizing an event. We are collectively grateful for your invaluable contribution. The dedicated staff of all the facilities, MSNP Plus, Ahana, Viham, Manbha Foundation, and all. The representative from all the colleges and schools. Your tireless commitment play a pivotal role in the advocacy of HIV/AIDS. Additionally, we extend our appreciation to the host and performer of today's event. Today's event wouldn't have been such a resounding success without their outstanding contribution. Last but not the least, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the staff of Meghalaya AIDS Control Society and also to each and everyone present here today. Together we are stronger and together we can make a difference. Let us continue to prioritize community leadership and work collectively to shape a future where HIV/AIDS is no longer a global health crisis. Thank you all once again, and God bless you abundantly. Kublai Shibon Mithala.
Thank you so much, Rob, for that. And of course, we've handed over the balloons to everyone. I think everyone's got the balloons. Do you know what you're supposed to do with the balloons? I think we should hand some to our chief guest and of course to our guest of honor. Once our chief guest and guest of honor leaves the balloon, you also should leave the balloon. Okay? So everyone's got the balloons. And if you can stand actually for this so that the balloons will fly much more. Some are already flying actually. There now, you can leave it. Woohoo! World AIDS Day, let community leads. And this is to all the participants. I kindly request all of you to remain in your seats. We'll be distributing your food packets in your seats. So kindly, please just remain back in your seats. If we can have the podcast, if you can play the podcast now, please.